It's the network.
The home team Lowell Spinners coming through in the end. Jorge Menez with a base hit walk-off single to give Lowell a 2-1 win over the Hudson Valley Renegades. And joining me now live on Yawkey Way, the owner of that winning team, Drew Weber. And Drew, this is a very exciting day for the Lowell Spinners, and even more exciting that they were able to get a win here at Fenway Park.
I'll tell you, Catherine, I didn't see the end. I was walking down, but I heard the crowd, and I heard the song, and I said to the people that I was sitting next to, we won.
What does having an event here mean, especially here at Fenway Park with all the fans, to the Lowell Spinners and to the fans of New England?
Well, it's I have to say, starting with our staff, such an incredible thrill. The ball club, such an incredible thrill. All the people who have an opportunity to come and see historic Fenway Park that might not otherwise have an opportunity, and to root for the home club. It's great. Great win-win-win.
Absolutely. And what is it like for you to sit there and see your players on the field here at Fenway Park, of all places? Well,
it's like a dream come true for me. I wasn't able to be here last year, the inaugural year, but they told me how incredible it was, and they were not kidding.
What has it been like for the Lowell Spinners to be a part of the Red Sox organization since you purchased the team?
Well, I came from New York, and I was, quite honestly, I was originally a New York Mets fan.
Uh-oh.
Which isn't, that's excusable, I guess. But you know, when you are in this part of the country for any period of time, and especially being associated with the Red Sox, you quickly change. And I am a total Red Sox fan now.
And since you purchased the team in 1997, the attendance has increased each season with sellouts of every game since that year, 2000. I mean, what can you say to that about the fans in Lowell supporting this baseball club?
Well, the fans in Lowell, the fans in Boston, the fans all over New England, they're just nothing like them. You know, I'm a little prejudiced to the people in the Lowell area, obviously. I love them, and they love their baseball, they love their Spinners, and they certainly love their Red Sox. And
one thing that minor league ball clubs are known for are the promotions that go on the field. The Lowell Spinners specifically, very well known for some of the promotions that you guys do. I mean, Eliminate the Yankees last season was one of the big ones. Do you have anything else up your sleeve for this season?
Well, I think Tim said it earlier, that what we do in the winter, we just go into a room and just start throwing out crazy ideas. And some of the best ideas have originated from things that we all thought were terrible.
One of the guys that you stole from our NESN booth, Gary DiSarcina, now the manager for the Lowell Spinners. Your thoughts on Gary so far this season?
Oh, he's super. He's just a terrific guy. The truth is, every manager that we've had that's come to Lowell has been terrific. I've loved them all, and all the kids that have played there. You know, we all talk about the players that have moved on to the major leagues, but there are many that never moved on to the major leagues who are equally wonderful young men.
All right, Drew Weber, congratulations on a big victory, a 2-1 win for the Lowell Spinners. Thanks for joining us here, and we're coming right back with a lot of more action from Yawkey Way. There are some of the promotional guys you can see right there, the sumo wrestlers. Michael Bowden coming up right after this.
If you're like us, you'll never want to waste your time on a treadmill again.
This free DVD shows you how Bowflex's Tread Climber burns calories in half the time of a treadmill at the same speed. Call for yours now. You need to see this free DVD.
Tread Climber lets me get an amazingly effective cardio workout in 30 minutes. It's quick, it's easy, and it makes me feel great. And it's compact enough to fit anywhere in my home.
The Tread Climber machine combines the walking motion of a treadmill with the stepping motion of a stair stepper. So you do twice the work in one easy elliptical motion.
It feels sort of like walking in sand. A Tread Climber workout can burn up to twice as many calories as a treadmill at the same speed for great results in just 30 minutes.
I have to stay on a treadmill for 60 minutes to burn the same amount of calories.
Who's got time for that?
Plus, it's low impact, which keeps my knees feeling great. And if you think owning a gym quality machine is too expensive, think again. You can own your own Bowflex Tread Climber with no money down and payments as low as $23 a month.
It's a lot easier than going to a health club.
I know I have to take care of myself now if I want to look younger and feel younger. And let's face it, live longer.
And the Bowflex Tread Climber lets me do just that in a quick and easy 30-minute workout. Tread Climber simply produces results.
Bowflex built this machine so well that they even back it with a 5-year warranty. If you're serious about your health and you want to get a gym quality workout at home, then you need Tread Climber.
Call right now for your free DVD. It shows you why the Bowflex Tread Climber machine burns calories and works your heart faster than any treadmill on the market today.
Would you like firm thighs, tight glutes, flatter abs, a strong core, and increased metabolism? Well, Bowflex guarantees results in just 6 weeks. Call the number on the screen to get a free DVD or video that tells you about the most important innovation in home fitness ever, the Bowflex Tread Climber.
So what brings you here to Fenway Park today?
Sea Dogs.
And why the Sea Dogs?
Just a big fan of the Sea Dogs. Been to Hadlock Field a few times. Have a good time and get a chance to see them at Fenway.
Also, do you like Fenway Park?
Oh, I love Fenway Park. Best park in the world. How can you not like it?
So you excited about today's event?
Yes.
Really excited?
Yeah. Get to sit in dugout box seats. You don't get to do that at all, so.
Coming up, Game 2 beginning at 3:40. It's the Portland Sea Dogs against the Harrisburg Senators. We've got Michael Bowden facing Beltran Perez. Bowden 6-4 with a 4.28 ERA this season and one of the big prospects in the Red Sox farm system. Of course, that Red Sox farm system working well with all their prospects. In Boston, we see Dustin Pedroia giving in solid efforts night after night at second base. Down in Pawtucket, Clay Buchholz and Jacoby Ellsbury, just to name a few. And now 20-year-old Michael Bowden in Portland. He is a 20-year-old right-hander and making solid efforts. He was just promoted to Portland on May 14th, and the Red Sox couldn't be happier about it.
At any level, major league level or down, you're constantly honing and fine-tuning and adjusting. You talk to major league pitchers, and sometimes mid-season they decide that they want a little different action on it, and they work on it until they get what they're looking for. And he's already got that maturity kind of level.
He's a very aggressive guy. You know when it's his day to pitch. He's a really hard worker for a 20-year-old kid. He's very mature and hard-working, and he really goes about his business the right way. He's fun to watch.
At 6'3" and 215 pounds, Bowden is a nice combination of size and skill. He throws a fastball in the 89 to 92 mile-per-hour range, and the curveball is his best off-speed offering. But what makes Bowden stand out is his makeup and that drive to succeed.
Because he's self-motivated. He knows what he wants to do. When he has an issue, he takes care of it. He goes out and fixes it himself. It's self-monitored, which means, we don't have to babysit. He's the guy getting to the gym, doing all of his stuff. He's out here, first guy out of the field, last guy off.
I'm a very structured guy. I got a good routine, and I always stick to it. The rest of this year, just to keep pitching like I am, keep developing, and keep getting better.
That's a great trait to have, and that's probably why he's been so successful, and he'll continue to be successful with that kind of inner drive and ambition.
So Michael Bowden, the Red Sox 5th pick, 47th overall in the June 2005 draft. This season with Portland, he's 6-4, 4.28 ERA in 14 starts. In just his last 4 starts, he is 4-0 with a 2.25 ERA. Ranked number 3 prospect in the Red Sox organization by Baseball America. Let's take note here. Number 1 was Jacoby Ellsbury and 2 Clay Buchholz. So Bowden already making a name for himself. Inside the ballpark, where Lowell just took Game 1 and Portland is gearing up for Game 2 of this doubleheader. We are live at Yawkey Way, enjoying the atmosphere as the Road to Fenway Futures at Fenway doubleheader presented by Filene's Basement continues.
How would you like to run a business of your own from the comfort of your own home? Be your own boss, set your own hours, and make great money. It's not as crazy as it sounds.
Last year, I made over $100,000 a year from my home.
I just made a down payment for our vacation home, working part-time.
We gave up our jobs.
People thought we were crazy.
And we took in over $250,000 in our first year.
Yeah, you have to be crazy to visit this website and find out how to start your home business. Crazy like a fox. There are thousands of opportunities for you, full or part-time. Live the lifestyle you've been dreaming of. The secret is in this Success Kit. To get yours, log on now.
Next year, my goal is $500,000.
I made $5,000 yesterday.
We've made enough to spend winter in Hawaii.
Crazy? I don't think so. Log on now to get your Success Kit.
Charlie.
The Subaru all-wheel deal clearance is going on now. Feel the freedom in a brand new 2007 all-wheel drive Subaru Forester. Current driver's best small SUV with the government's highest possible 5-star safety rating. Get $2,000 customer cash back, plus 1.9% financing. Buy a new Forester for only $19,395. Go to NewEnglandSubaru.com for a list of local dealers. Offer ends September 4th.
This is football on satellite.
Dude, it's just a little reception problem.
There's no little reception problem in football.
You either catch it or you don't.
Hey, let's watch a game at my place. I got Time Warner cable, it's on, and it's in HD.
Sweet.
Schedule your guaranteed on-time installation today. Get digital cable for only $57.95 per month. Call 1-800-833-2253 today. Another great service delivered over Time Warner Cable's advanced fiber network.
Affordable way to get the whole family to the game. Woke up, it was a beautiful day. Took the tea in, and we're here. So.
Are you excited to see the future of Fenway?
Very excited. We bought tickets the other night to go down to see the Pawtucket Red Sox in a couple weeks, so we'll be doing that. So then we'll get the whole round trip with us today too.
So which team is your favorite?
Well, the Red Sox, obviously.
But which one, like Sea Dogs or Spinners?
We've never been to the AAA game yet. We've been to the Spinners before, so we like coming into Fenway. We do the tours of Fenway, but it's hard to get the kids into a game. So something like this, we always try and come.
Inside the ballpark where the Portland Sea Dogs are getting ready on this wonderful afternoon here at Fenway Park. Game 2 of the doubleheader for the Futures at Fenway. And joining me now here live on Yawkey Way, Charlotte Brewer, Vice President of Advertising and Marketing for Filene's Basement. And Charlotte, this is a great event here at Fenway Park. Filene's is a big sponsor and contributor to making it all happen. Why did you guys decide to participate in this event?
Well, I think it's a wonderful event. It's all about family and baseball and the future of Fenway, and it just seems so right for us to step in and get involved, and we're just so happy to be associated. It's very thrilling. And I would say that the future of Fenway also ties to what we are looking forward to is a big new future for Filene's Basement. As many may know, we are going to have to close our downtown mother store, as I call it, for probably 18 months to 2 years, and we are thinking highly about our future, and we wanted everyone to know that we've got stores all over New England they can shop in until that store opens, and one right in walking distance from the Back Bay. And it really is, it was just such a nice tie-in to be talking about the futures of Fenway. You know, 2 wonderful institutions in town. Fenway Park, everybody dreams about coming here, and everyone loves to shop Filene's Basement from wherever they come in the world. So it just was a wonderful tie-in, and it's very thrilling to be here.
What were some of the discussions that you guys had in deciding whether or not you were going to be a sponsor for this event?
It was part of, we thought it was right. We love what the Red Sox have always stood for in this community, and being a legend. And again, we feel that Filene's Basement is a legend, and that's been proven to us more and more since we had to talk about closing our downtown store. And so I had been in touch with the Red Sox previously to say, you know, we just would like to be a part of it, you know, because we really think it's just a great tie-in. And then they came back and said, well, you can sponsor Futures of Fenway. And I went, oh, that's wonderful, you know. So we just felt it was a great opportunity for us, and we look forward to, you know, a good relationship going forward.
And fans can look forward to a couple of perks by Filene's. What are some of those things that are going on in the field?
Yes, on the field, and soon we will be drawing for, if you're sitting in a lucky seat, you can win a Filene's gift card of $100. And also, if you save your ticket stub, you can take it to any Filene store in New England and get 15% off any item that you wish to purchase. So hold on to your stubs and take advantage of that offer, too.
All right, Charlotte, thank you so much for joining us here, and thanks for being a part of the Futures of Fenway.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to take a look at the guy that just led the Lowell Spinners to a 2-1 victory here at Fenway Park, a familiar face in Boston, Gary DiSarcina.
At Amica, we've been in the car insurance business for over 100 years. And in that time, we've learned something very important.
I've got a 4-door
convertible
minivan with a side impact
alarm system.
Everyone is different.
But there is one thing that people who call Amica have in common.
I want to be fully
Totally covered. Amica customers understand how important choosing the right coverage is. That's why when you call, we'll take the time to understand your needs and then make sure you understand all your options. Like the right amount of property damage liability coverage and uninsured motorist protection. This can save you a lot of money in aggravation if you have an accident. So call Amica today. It's the difference between being covered
and being really sleep through the night
covered. Call now and you could receive a 15% Excellent Driver Plus multi-car discount, 10% higher than the standard multi-car discount. We'll take the time to make sure you understand your options and get the right coverage.
That's how I like to be covered.
That is how I like to be treated.
Amica. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated.
This is you after an energy drink. Unfortunately, so is this. Why do energy drinks make you crash? 1 minute you're wired up, the next you feel worse than before. The answer is the large amounts of sugar and caffeine. That's why you should try a new liquid energy shot called 5-Hour Energy. With 5-Hour Energy, you can leave grogginess behind and sail through your day without feeling jittery, tense, or, you know. That's because 5-Hour Energy contains a powerful blend of B vitamins for energy, amino acids for focus and better mood, and enzymes to help you feel it faster. There's 0 sugar, 0 net carbs, and only as much caffeine as a cup of coffee. The 2-ounce shot takes just seconds to drink, and in minutes you're feeling awake, alert, and productive. And that feeling lasts for hours. So if your energy drink makes you crash, switch to 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later. Find out if 5-Hour Energy is right for you. It's available at these fine stores, or for more information, go to 5hourenergy.com.
Charlie Moore. He knows a lot about fishing.
That's a speckled rainbow thingamahoozy.
Charlie Moore. A show about fishing.
They have flavor. Yeah. Usually it's based upon me being insane.
Charlie Moore. He's completely insane. This summer, catch all new episodes with the Mad Fisherman every Sunday all summer long. It's the Charlie Moore Summer of Fun on NESN, brought to you by Overshawn Hardware.
He's so enthusiastic. He loves being out here. You know, one thing about DSAR, he dearly cares about these kids. And you know, when things don't go the way they should go, for any reason, maybe a kid, you know, gets here a couple minutes late or something, you know, he feels for them, you know, and when they're not successful, he feels with them. And it's almost like, D, you got to take a step back. But that's impressive. You know, that's truly impressive from a guy that played up in the big leagues for 10 years, that not only coming out here, you know, getting through the grind and picking up a phone, going hitting ground balls and just managing. I mean, he talks to these kids. He makes sure that their life from a personal standpoint, everything's going okay. So he's been very impressive.
So Gary DiSarcina certainly has a passion for the game of baseball, as his young Spinners players have quickly learned. We here at NESN learned that Gary did have that passion when he called pregame and postgame, as he was the analyst for NESN for 2 seasons, along with Tom Caron. And Tom Caron caught up with DiSar to figure out just which one he prefers, the studio or the dugout.
Of course I miss you, and I do call you voicemail just to hear that voice. Hey, it's Tom Caron. But I had a great 2 years there at TC. I know you, Eric Freed, all the producers. It sort of rounded me out. I saw a different side of the game. While I was doing it, that gave me that little bit of adrenaline that I was missing from stepping in the box and facing a Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens. Am I prepared? You know, coming as a player. It actually helped me get focus back on the game when I did it with you guys for 2 years, because when that red light goes on, you see it differently.
After 2 years of seeing the game from the studio, DeSarcina is seeing the game in a new way again at the helm of the Spinners, helping the youngest players in the Sox organization begin the long road to the show.
I played my first short season in Bend, Oregon, and I remember being green as could be, and we had a good coaching staff around us, and they're doing very similar to the things that we're doing, professionalizing these kids. And the ballparks are nicer, you know, with the way times have changed. Obviously, you know, I never played in a ballpark like this in A-ball, short season A-ball. But the things that are done and that you see on the field and in the dugout, and just the way they conduct themselves, brings you back to how you were. And so you use the 15, 20 years experience that you've had going through your career, and the best thing is if you can help them out so they avoid the pitfalls, takes them less time to get up and move through the organization and ultimately get to the big leagues.
LeLaucher Park in Lowell is a beauty, and it's sold out almost every night. Just playing before these crowds has been a learning experience.
The biggest thing for me was just, hey, take a deep breath when you guys go out there. Step back and, you know, enjoy the moment. You never forget your first stop. As you know, I look back at mine, I still remember making 35 errors in Bend, Oregon. I remember, you know, being a knucklehead, all those things. You never forget the people who own the ballpark. Here, these people, the front office come down and they bend over backwards to accommodate you. They know that there's 19-year-old kids in this dugout in that clubhouse that basically miss their parents and, you know, homesick. So they come down and they do whatever they can to help out. And, you know, it's a lot of fun. Lowell's a great place to be.
So DeSar from 1989 to 2002 with the Angels. He had a .258 batting average, clocking in 28 home runs and 355 RBIs. His 1995 American League All-Star selection. Also played one season with the Pawtucket Red Sox and has had quite the resume since his retirement. And Gary DeSarcina leading the Lowell Spinners in Game 1 to a 2-1 victory. Coming up next, the Portland Sea Dogs will take the field. And we are now going to send it down to that field with Mike Antonellis standing by with Jeffrey Corselletti, who will play outfield coming up in Game 2.
Jeff Corselletti has played left field all year at the main monster at Hadlock Field. And Jeff, today you go out to the green monster. What's that going to be like?
You know, it's going to be an awesome feeling. You know, something you want to do your whole life, especially for me growing up being a Red Sox fan. So I'm going to take it all in, go out there, have a lot of fun, and, you know, experience a good feeling.
Now, that wall in left here is a little bit different than Hadlock.
Yeah, it's a little shallower out there in left than it is at Hadlock, and, you know, I'm not too sure how to play it out there. You know, obviously I'll go out there before the game and throw some balls up there, but, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun, and, you know, it's going to be awesome.
You ever had a dream of this moment?
Yeah, playing for the real Red Sox. You know, hopefully, you know, I hope they get there one day, and this is just a step towards making it to the next level, so I'm looking forward to it.
And the Sea Dogs faced Roger Clemens on May 23rd in Trenton. You got that feeling of what it was like, the big league atmosphere. You guys get it again. It really gets your juices going, doesn't it?
It really does. You know, when we were out there in that first inning and take the field, it's going to be emotions flying high. You know, guys are going to be excited, ready to go. So, you know, playing against Clemens was awesome, but, you know, when you get to play in Fenway Park with all these fans here, you know, you get to experience what it's really going to be like, and that's what we're all looking forward to.
All right, good luck today in left field. You're batting second.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
The Moonwalk, one of the exciting events going on here on Yawkey Way as this fun doubleheader continues. When we come back, Ben Cherington sits down to discuss this special day at Fenway Park and offer us some insight on future players of Red Sox Nation.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Ever wish you could hang out with a major leaguer like David Wright?
Looks like you need a roommate.
Now you can with Fathead.
Do you even know what a fathead is? Let me see what you got on your wall. Mine has attitude. I got my hitting stance going. You might want other people's, but you definitely want mine.
Fathead is a life-size wall graphic that brings the action and intensity of the game right into your home or office.
It's so real, I might not even have to go to team meetings anymore.
Fathead are easy to put up and brings instant impact to your wall.
It's so simple, even a pitcher can do it.
Officially licensed by Major League Baseball Properties, Major League Baseball Players Association, NASCAR, the NBA, and the NFL and Players Inc., plus other major sports and entertainment properties. Fathead brings the impact and imagination of the moment to fans of all ages.
You can't get any closer to the action than this.
So call now or go to fathead.com to find all your favorite Fatheads.
You know what you should do? You should buy it as a gift. All you gotta do is go to fathead.com.
Fathead. Live big, real big.
I'd shave my head for a fathead.
Own a timeshare, turn it into cash.
Timeshares only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Own a campground membership, turn it into cash.
Timeshares only sold our campground membership fast and for the price we wanted.
Call now and we'll send you absolutely free this information kit, including 10 secrets to buying, selling, and renting timeshares. Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency.
We represent properties from the biggest names in the timeshare industry.
When it comes to selling, renting, or buying timeshares, no one comes close to Timeshares Only.
With over $2 billion of timeshares sold in the last 6 months, now's the perfect time to sell, rent, or buy. And no one sells more timeshares than we do.
You owe it to yourself to work with the best. Timeshares Only, the most trusted name in timeshares.
Call 800-983-0891 to sell, rent, or buy your timeshare and get your free information kit. Don't delay. Call 800-983-0891.
Well, this is my wife's first time at Fenway Park, and we're doing a baseball stadium tour of all the baseball stadiums around the country, and this is like stop 18.
Really? And we didn't think we could get tickets to a real Red Sox game, so we're here to support the Hudson Valley Renegades.
Live inside the ballpark, the Portland Sea Dogs getting ready to take on the Harrisburg Senators. That game will be at 3:40, game 2 of this doubleheader here at Fenway Park. And joining me now live on Yawkey Way is the guy who knows the most about these players that we're watching here this afternoon, Vice President of Player Personnel for the Red Sox, Ben Cherington. And Ben, thanks for joining us here. How important is this event at Fenway Park?
It's important. Yeah, I think it was a couple of years, maybe more than a couple of years ago. I think Mayor Menino and Larry Lucchino were sitting down and talking about, possible additional events at Fenway, and they came up with this idea. And a lot of people have worked hard to execute it the last couple of years. But it's important. We try to do as much as we can in the minor leagues to recreate the environment of playing in Boston. There's only so much we can do. Certainly the proximity of some of our affiliates to Boston is important. They get a taste for what Red Sox Nation's all about. But until they actually step foot on that dirt out there and play in front of a big crowd, it is hard to replicate. So this is an important day from that standpoint to get them the experience of playing in Fenway Park. But also, at this time of the year, it's a long minor league season. We're kind of hitting the dog days in August with the minor league players, and a lot of long bus rides, and they're probably a little worn out. And a day like this can help to kind of give them a little jolt of electricity and energy going into the last part of the season.
It also seems to give the fans some energy too. I mean, a lot of the times fans don't get the opportunity to come to Fenway Park to see a Red Sox game. Now they can come for a cheaper ticket and see the future of Fenway. I mean, how important is that for your fans?
I was actually walking towards here along Yawkey Way, and as I was walking, there was a couple people walking out saying, "Well, I'd love to come back and watch a Red Sox game here. I had so much fun here today." So I do think it's really important from that standpoint too. It does bring people into the park that may not normally be able to do that, and hopefully brings them back a little bit more often. So it's just nice. We get a lot of people, I think, that come down from Portland, from Lowell, from other places. Fans of our minor league teams are coming to Fenway for this event. So and the players identify with those people and those fans, and so you actually see a lot. I saw a lot of familiar faces in the ballpark, people that you see in Pawtucket or Lowell or Portland. So it's a great day. It's a great day for the players. Hopefully a great day for the fans too.
And developing those young players, how do you feel that the Red Sox organization, what kind of job are they doing right now, really getting these players fine-tuned and ready to play one day here at Fenway Park in the big leagues?
Well, hopefully we're doing a good job. Otherwise, maybe I need to start looking to do something else. But you always want to be better. We're always looking for ways to improve and to create competitive advantages, both in scouting and player development. We've got two great directors, Mike Hazen and Jason McLeod, in player development and amateur scouting, and then Craig Shipley, who heads up international scouting. And we work really hard together to try to find and sign the best players and then develop them the right way. We've got great staff in the minor leagues that work tirelessly and really selflessly to help the players in any way they can, both on and off the field. And it is a challenge. Playing in Boston is a little different than playing in other major league cities, and players probably have to be a little bit even more ready to get called up with the Red Sox than they might with another team. But we've seen players do that. We've seen Papelbon come up and have success, and Pedroia come up and have success, and even guys like Kason Gabbard and John Lester and Kevin Youkilis. We're starting to see a little bit more consistent flow of Red Sox minor league players to the big leagues. I feel pretty confident that's going to continue based on the talent we have in the system now. But certainly it doesn't stop. You always have to look for
the next player. You also always have to look for the next advantage, because 29 other teams are doing the same thing, and specifically the team down in New York. So we just got to keep working hard, but we're pretty pleased with how things are going.
And one of those players obviously carving a niche for himself, Jacoby Ellsbury, had a couple starts up in Boston, 6 games so far with the big club. Are you impressed with how he's done down in Pawtucket?
Well, we're impressed with him in general. You know, even really since he signed, you know, our scout John Boer in the Northwest signed him, and he was everything that our scouting department said he was, both from an athletic standpoint, from a tool standpoint, but also as a person. And he's put that to play on the field. He's a lot of guys have ability, but he's able to execute it and turn it into skill on the baseball field. He's an exciting player, and you know, he's going to have a really good major league career, and we're lucky he's one of ours. He's the type of guy that helps the team win, but also excites fans because of the way he plays. He has a lot of energy, obviously speed, and he's an exciting player to watch. And he's worked hard. There's some things that he had to improve to get to this level and kind of make the final jump to become a big leaguer. And he's worked hard on those things. So we're really proud of him, proud of who he is, and proud of the player that he's going to be.
Has that sparked a potential call-up for later on in the season?
We'll see. You know, that'll come down to what Theo and Tito want to do. Obviously, when you get to this part of the season and looking forward to September in the big leagues, it's important to have the right mix in the clubhouse. You know, not have guys in there that aren't going to have a real role. You know, so that's something, again, that Tito and Theo will talk about and determine what players can actually be a fit and play a role and help the team win games down the stretch. But, you know, whenever it is, Jacoby's gonna be a really good player, and we're happy he's with us.
Another guy who's become a big name, Clay Buchholz, who made the transition from Portland to Pawtucket. And what does that tell you when a player is able to go so quickly from one to the next in just one season?
Well, he's had a pretty quick rise. You know, last year was his first full season in pro ball. Had a really good year in Greenville, and then finished it up in Wilmington. And this year he essentially skipped high A and went straight to double A and dominated the Eastern League for about half a season, a little over half a season. And he's picked up right where he left off in Pawtucket. So he's a special talent. Still working on, you know, a couple minor things: fastball command, pitch efficiency. He's got excellent stuff. He's an incredibly hard worker, great athlete. He's clearly going to be a good major league pitcher. And again, it's about making sure he's over ready for that opportunity, making sure that when he gets to Boston, he's in a position to succeed, and he's pretty close to doing that.
Another guy making that jump within the season, Michael Bowden, who we're going to see out here on the field for Game 2, Portland Sea Dogs righty, and he's made the jump. How do you guys analyze each player? There's so many of them. How do you keep track of who's doing what and who's ready to move up or down? Or
well, it's a combination of things. You know, again, our staff at each level, those are the guys that are seeing our players every day. So we really rely on them a lot for their feedback and what they're seeing and their recommendations. We get reports every day on what the guys are doing, both on a team basis and an individual basis. And then, of course, you know, we try to see as much as we can too, whether it's myself or Theo or Mike Hazen, Jason McLeod, visiting each of our clubs and seeing the players firsthand. Again, we want to challenge players. We want to make sure players are in a position where they are being challenged from a development standpoint, where they're not somewhere where they're just dominating and not having to improve on things. So it's that fine line between pushing a player so that he's challenged and not putting him in a position where he's going to be overwhelmed. And we don't always do a perfect job of that. We certainly try to. In Michael's case, again, he's had a pretty quick ascent. This is a high school kid who went out last year to a full season in his first year, did really well in Greenville. Started this year in Lancaster, which is one of the most difficult pitching environments in all of minor league baseball. Did really well there. Came up to Portland. Now he's a 20-year-old in Double A, and he's facing much older hitters, more mature hitters, and he's learning. He's learning how to deal with that, and he's made some adjustments. He had a couple rocky starts when he first got to Portland. He's made some adjustments and run off some good starts now. He's just going to keep getting better. He's an incredibly mature young guy with good stuff, and he just wants to win. I mean, he's not going to let anyone beat him in the end, so we're really proud of him too.
Kurt Schilling recently made a rehab stint down in Pawtucket. What is it like for these players when a big league guy comes down for 1, 2, 3, however many games it might be?
Well, I think it's a good experience. It's not that usually there's not enough time to really get to know that person. You know, Kurt's going to be in and out, and he's got his routine. He needs to get ready to pitch. But I think what's important is the guys get a chance to see his routine. What's his warm-up routine like? What does he do pregame to get himself prepared mentally and physically? You know, those are things that we preach all the time in the minor leagues. But it's one thing to hear it from me. It's another thing to actually watch Kurt Schilling do it, and that can have a much more profound impact on a young kid So it's a good opportunity from that standpoint, and then obviously you get to see them go out and play in the game. And one of the things major leaguers do is they really know how to slow the game down. They can keep the pace of the game at such a pace where they can control things, especially for a pitcher. A lot of minor league pitchers we work on a lot is the aspect of slowing the game down and being able to pitch at your own pace and not allowing adversity to speed things up around you, and then ultimately more mistakes happen. So watching a guy like Schilling go out and be able to execute, if he misses a pitch, how he takes a deep breath and kind of regroups, those are little things, but that are really big when it comes to development, and so those are good opportunities for our minor league players to see how major leaguers are doing it.
It must be quite a sense of accomplishment for you and your staff when you see a guy like Dustin Pedroia, like Jonathan Papelbon come up here and really make his mark with the big club. It's a lot of fun, I tell you. I mean, that's what it's all about, and obviously you're happy for them because we've had the chance to get to know Pap and Dustin and other guys that have been up here and Uke and knowing how much they've worked for it, how hard they've worked for it, and to see them here on this stage, not just here, but helping the team win games, it's incredibly gratifying. That's really that's what every scout in our system, or every minor league staff member in our system, that's what they're working for. That's what they're all working for. So, that's kind of the frosting on the cake that makes this all worthwhile. All right, Ben Tarrington, Vice President of Player Personnel for the Red Sox. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to let you get back inside. We got an exciting Game 2 coming up with the Portland Sea Dogs. And look at this guy. He's also excited for Game 2. We're going to come up with a one-on-one with Dusty Brown, the catcher for the Portland Sea Dogs. Stay tuned.
Is waxing your car just too much time and trouble? Hi, Billy Mays here for Simonized Liquid Diamond. The fastest, most durable shine ever put in a bottle. Guaranteed. Only Liquid Diamond has a motorized sprayer head. Just pull the trigger and it delivers a professional, even clear coat over your entire car. Spray it on wet or dry over metal, chrome, trim, even the glass. It sprays on clear, dries clear, and never leaves a white residue. This car finish is toast, oxidized from bumper to bumper. Just pull the trigger on Liquid Diamond and watch as it penetrates to bring out the original shine and luster. You get a lightning-fast showroom shine that repels just about anything. 200 gallons of construction yard mud and mess easily rolls right away. Even hot, sticky road tar is no match for Liquid Diamond's non-stick surface. Not even the scorching heat of fire can penetrate the barrier or stop the incredible Simonized shine. Call now and you'll receive a huge 32-ounce bottle of Liquid Diamond with motorized sprayer and a microfiber mitt for only $19.95. As a special bonus, we'll also include a set of 3 water-activated car wash mitts. You just add water to activate the soft touch soap that's in the mitt. Washing your car has never been easier. And there's even more. If you order right now, you'll receive valuable rebate coupons that could save you cash at car washes that feature Simonized Double Bond, Vision Clear, Tire Shine, and more. You get $30 worth of coupons free. But call right now and we'll send you our Simonized Turbo Vac, the car vac with the muscle to pick up any mess. A $30 value and it's yours free. You get it all. A whopping $100 value for only $19.95. Here's how to order.
To order, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-884-5810. That's 1-800-884-5810. So don't delay. Call 1-800-884-5810.
I've been a Sea Dogs fan. First time I ever saw them was about 7 years ago, but I liked them before, but I finally got up there. I was up there when they weren't even a Red Sox affiliate, and we still go up there at least once a year.
And so tell me about your thoughts and your feelings about today's event.
We're just here because it's a great place to see a minor league baseball game. Never seen the Spinners play. I am a Penn League fan, too. I'm actually a fan of Vermont, but, that's not something I can help.
Okay, so you got this tattoo.
Yeah.
Tell me the story behind it. Show it to me. Tell me the story behind it.
I'm a huge Paw Sox fan, and we go to Pawtucket at least twice a year. Pawtucket's just a beautiful park. Love Portland, so I took the Portland logo and the Pawtucket logo, and I combined them into one. And I have my Paw Sox logo, which is combined with Portland.
All right, let's get a shot. We got to get a shot of that thing.
And that's it right there. Well, I love Slugger the Sea Dog.
Chris Smith taking a photo of himself here at Fenway Park. Of course, a very exciting day for players and fans alike as we get ready for Game 2 here of this wonderful doubleheader, Futures of Fenway Park. And of course, you still have time. Game 2 will start at 3:40, so come on down. It's a very exciting atmosphere here at Fenway. Joining us now is going to be Mike Antonellis. He's going to talk to us about Dusty Brown, the guy who's going to catch Mike Bowden's ball today.
Sea Dogs and Senators coming up here on NESN talking with Portland catcher Dusty Brown, who was the Red Sox Minor League Offensive Player of the Month for July, hitting over .455. Dusty behind the plate today. This has to be a special time for you.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you know, a lot of us probably will never get a chance to play here again. To be able to come out today, it's a great deal. It's awesome.
And I'm sure a lot of our Red Sox fans saw you on NESN during spring training. You were able to get in a lot of big league games with the big league club this past March.
Yeah, I was fortunate to get quite a bit of playing time down there. You know, and it was the same thing down there. Getting to play on that field with all the big league players was great for me, and a lot of exposure, and fans got to know me.
Tell us about Michael Bowden.
He's young and he's real good. Throws real hard. He's got a lot of life on his fastball. Real good off-speed stuff. He should have a pretty good outing today.
All right, Dusty, good luck.
Thank you.
John Lester, Clay Buchholz, Michael Bowden, and now you can add a new name to that list, Justin Masterson. In less than 2 seasons, the 22-year-old righty has moved from Lowell to Lancaster and then to Portland. He was the July Pitcher of the Month.
When you go on a mound, he'll do anything that it takes. He's a competitor. He's kind of like a Mike Singletary guy, you know, sweetheart off the field and a killer in the game. So he's fun to watch.
That guy, nothing affects him. He's unbelievable.
When he gets out on the mound, he's an animal, and he pounds the strike zone with a heavy sinker and a nasty little slider.
I like to think that I try and be a humble person off the field, but when I get in between the lines and it's a competition, that's kind of where I feel like I'm better than everyone else out there. When a hitter steps in, you know, I respect them as a person, but I feel that I can get them out as long as I throw the pitch that I know I can throw. So I think without a doubt you have to have a confidence within yourself.
That confidence has allowed Justin Masterson to flourish since joining the Red Sox organization in 2006. The lanky 6'6" right-hander was dominant at the single-A level at both Lowell and Lancaster before earning his promotion to the AA Portland Sea Dogs in early July. He is a disciple of the first pitch strike philosophy and attacks the hitters with his dominant pitch.
My best pitch would be sinker, you know, two-seam-esque, whatnot. And that thing can range. I think my last outing it ranged from like 84 to 94. And that's purposely kind of mix up the speeds, get a little more sink here and there.
His ability to sink the ball, his ability to throw a fastball for a strike. He's got a plus changeup that he's just starting to really find a good spot to throw it, and his slider's coming along. But you know, he's 91 to 94, consistent hard sink, and there haven't been a lot of really comfortable at-bats that we've seen so far out of him.
It's amazing, you know, watching it from center field and just seeing it run in on those right-handers. You know that they don't have a chance. And I've seen some of the funniest foul balls that I've ever seen hit off of Justin Masterson because, you know, they're fouling it off their feet and pulling it into their dugout, you know, on the third base side.
The Beaver Creek, Ohio native caught the attention of the scouts when he was the closer for the Wareham Gatemen in the Cape Cod Baseball League, saving 10 games in 2005.
I only came out as a temporary player, and then ended up that they're like, hey, you can be a closer. All our starting roles are filled. And so that's fine if that keeps me on the team. And so just like we talk about that confidence, I had the confidence to go out there, and when they put me in the spot, it turned out that I excelled, and that's pretty much what put me on the map to today.
With renewed confidence, Masterson transferred to San Diego State University, where he came under the tutelage of 2007 Baseball Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn.
He's a college coach who, you know, had a long big league career, one of the greatest hitters ever, And after a game, win or lose, he'd go. If you respected him, he'd sign your autographs. He'd do that. I mean, even before I made it to pro ball, I was just taking notes. Said, I want to be like him.
Masterson emerged as a prospect after a solid season with Gwynn and the Aztecs. The Red Sox drafted Masterson in the second round of the 2006 draft, a day and a phone call that he will never forget.
I get a call a couple minutes later. It's like, hey, you know, we're going to take you. And it came up, I was like, oh, the Red Sox. He was like, oh, this is awesome. I mean, this would be really cool, a historic tradition organization. And I was like, let's do it. And then from then on, after that, I just got phone call after phone call of friends and family saying, hey, congratulations, oh, we heard, oh, good job. I was like, woohoo.
So the fifth pick for the Red Sox back in 2006. He suffered his first loss of the season last night. He's now 4-1 with a 2.86 ERA in 7 starts this season. He's allowed 5 hits or fewer in each one of those starts. Stick around, there is much more to come from Fenway Park. Sea Dogs mascot Slugger picking up some tips from Wally as the future of Fenway also showcases the mascot. More to come from Yawkey Way next.
Charlie Moore. He knows a lot about fishing.
That's a speckled rainbow thingamahoozy.
Charlie Moore. A show about fishing.
Real flavor. And usually it's based upon me being insane.
Charlie Moore. He's completely insane. This summer, catch all new episodes with the Mad Fisherman every Sunday all summer long. It's the Charlie Moore Summer Fun on NESN, brought to you by Overshawn Hardware. Just when you thought the season couldn't get any hotter, NESN's turning up the heat. The Sox face the AL West leading Angels in a 6-game, 2-part series before closing out the month in the Bronx. We'll champion a winning cause, a world without cancer, for the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radiothon. Get on the road at Fenway for a minor league doubleheader. And tennis legends from the Champions Cup return to battle it out at Newport's Tennis Hall of Fame. It's blazing new, blazing hot, all August on NESN.
Are you involved in a lawsuit waiting to receive compensation you deserve? Oasis Legal Finance can advance you the money you need now.
Our family was hit by a drunk driver. Everyone in the car was injured. My husband is still out of work. We sued the insurance company and still haven't settled. I can work part-time, but the bills were overwhelming. We didn't know where to turn. Now we do. Our attorney recommended Oasis Legal Finance. I called, and in 2 days, we had money in the bank. Now we're getting our life back on track.
When you're wrongfully injured and unable to work or pay your bills, life can be tough, but Oasis can help. Call Oasis and get the cash you need now, with absolutely no obligation to repay if you lose your case. At Oasis, we've prepaid millions of dollars to people just like you. There are no upfront fees, and again, if you lose your case, you owe us nothing. Call now.
As we've been seeing the Sea Dogs since my oldest has been 6 months old, we thought it was a great opportunity to come down to Fenway. We love the park, see the guys play. We got their rookie cards, hopefully we can get some autographs. And again, the tickets are very reasonable for the family to come on down and enjoy the day in Boston and at Fenway.
We're really excited because some of these guys someday may be with the Red Sox team. And the Lowell Spinners, I work at Lowell. So it's pretty awesome to come see them play at Fenway.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're here more so for the Spinners than for the Sea Dogs.
Well, actually, the Sea Dogs did wonderful last year, and they're closer to being products up in the Red Sox organization than the Spinners, but they're all wonderful because they're all the future of the Red Sox, and it's the best thing in the world to get the opportunity to come to Fenway on a beautiful day like today and watch Red Sox baseball, no matter what level it is.
Sea Dogs fans, Spinners fans, everybody's getting ready for Game 2 here as the Portland Sea Dogs will take on the Harrisburg Senators momentarily at 3:40, and we are just about ready to wrap up our presentation here live at Yawkey Way. You can join me tonight on Sports Desk at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock for a full recap of today's events, as well as Red Sox-Orioles highlights from the PGA Championship as well. So we are now going to send it back to our broadcast as the Portland Sea Dogs get ready to take on the Harrisburg Senators here in Game 2 as the futures of Fenway continue at Fenway Park.
Around third. He's going to come all the way around for the